Hey folks, Trent here from Alpha Kettlebell Fitness and Anderson Training Systems, and I want to share with you today a cornerstone to help you get better at your Olympic or your accelerative lifts. We're right in the middle of Olympics. Everybody's talking about in the fitness world about the athletes, many of which do Olympic lifts for their thing, and they're really kind of leaving out. You see a lot of kind of sloppiness, leaving out what I believe to be a real cornerstone. I'm going to give you a couple of drills that can help you with getting better at your accelerative Olympic lifts. And part of those is starting from a base of a bent row. And I'm going to show you a couple other drills along the way that I think are really critical to developing the relationship between loading of the hip and the upper thoracic spine and keeping tension or posture, if you want to call it, there. Probably one of my favorite drills for teaching clients this is to do a single leg bent row with the Valslide. Starting nice and tall, I want to teach the client to have the ankle and knee centered over, or the knee centered over the ankle. I'm going to hinge back here, so I'm getting this position where I've loaded, I've hinged the hip, I've got good posture here, and my ancillary to this is just to do a little bit of rowing exercise. So I'm getting comfortable in this almost like a hang clean type of loaded position, except I'm quite a bit deeper. I've got the torso parallel, makes me work on bracing my abs, and just do some rowing here. Sometimes you'll see people bail out, or what you'll often see is people stay really high with it and not load the hip. I want to stay knee centered over the ankle, load the hip. We've destabilized, so we've made it a really challenging drill with the Valslide, and we row as such. Let me flip sides real quick so you can see what it looks like over here. So I'm going to stay here nice and tall. I'm going to move my kettlebell forward and hinge back. Boom, here, stay centered, and row. Good posture. I like to cue people to drive their hand back as if they're going to reach into their pocket, as such. So that's a really great, what I like to use as a teaching drill, whether I'm going to teach people to do Olympic lifts, whether I'm going to just teach them to do some basic kettlebell work, or even just deadlifts. From there, kind of a more advanced way to do some really cool dynamic leg work, you can also take this into accelerative work, is with the ultimate sandbag. Probably the drill that I think really has relevance to what I'm talking to, that linkage between hip and T-spine, and getting people to get really good quality feedback. Because people need to be able to feel it or get quality feedback, kinesthetic feedback. Is just, could be a single-sided, you could move through it a lot of different ways. Rotational lunge, boom. So instead of being parallel with my torso, vertical torso, hip is loaded. Again, the hip is flexed here, nice and tall, up and across. Up and across. This teaches that relationship in just a little bit different avenue, but really great because you'll often see people doing this thing really sloppily or trying to go fast with the rotational lunge, and we can use it for a foundational tool, nice and tall, boom, working on that linkage all the way through the hip, through the lateral system, the obliques, up into the upper back, and obviously we can take this drill, boom, here, boom. So we're learning how to create and decelerate and position ourselves. Two of my favorite drills for teaching the body to sit up with good load at the hip for deadlifts, kettlebell work, or any kind of Olympic variants. Hopefully you enjoyed this, found it very valuable. It's a great tool to get your clients or yourself where you want to go in regards to doing some of these really valuable and fun lifts. So have a great day. Make sure you come back to Alpha Kettlebell Fitness or the Anderson Training Systems fan page. Check out our videos, our challenges, and our workouts.